It's been 18 years since John Cena made his big stage pro wrestling debut with WWE back in 2002. His fame and ultimately his fortune have skyrocketed since then, making him the highest paid wrestler in the WWE. To date, the self-proclaimed Doctor of Thugonomics has accumulated an impressive net worth of $55 million. But what is he doing with all that hard-earned, cold hard cash? The richest is here to find out. Before we delve into all the luxurious ways in which John Felix Anthony Cena Jr. spends that big bank account, let's take a trip back in time to learn how he got to this point. Born in West Newbury, Massachusetts in 1977, Cena grew up with a keen interest in sports. His childhood sports heroes included fellow pro wrestler Shawn Michaels and former Yankees first baseman and later Marlins manager Don Mattingly. After college, Cena moved out to sunny California to begin a career in bodybuilding. There, he made ends meet working at a Gold's Gym, folding towels and even cleaning bathrooms. Believe it or not, in those days, he couldn't even afford an apartment, and the future multi-millionaire was living out of his 1991 Lincoln Continental. Crazy, right? Flash forward to 2002, when, after earning several regional wrestling titles, Cena made his debut in the franchise that would help make him a household name and start earning him those big bucks, the WWE. During his time as a wrestler, he's earned 16 World Championship titles and has maintained his status as the face of the franchise over the last 2 decades. That title alone earns him a yearly salary of $3 million, and that doesn't even include the 6.25% bonus he gets in merchandising. All that is just the beginning of how the dollar signs started piling up in Cena's favor. He started popping up in television ads, earning endorsements for big brands like Gillette, Hefty Garbage Bags, Tap Out Body Spray, and even his old place of employment, Gold's Gym. Oh, and remember that time his rival Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson tried throwing shade his way by nicknaming him Fruity Pebbles? Looks like John got the last laugh on that one. The popular breakfast cereal hired him to appear in a commercial, and even put his face on the box. Did you also know that Cena is the voice of that cartoon elephant in the Wonderful Pistachio ads? Who knew? It's only natural that roles in TV and film would come next. Cena has showed up on TV in everything from Psych to Hannah Montana to Parks and Recreation. He made his debut as a leading man in the 2006 film The Marine, which earned a cool $22.3 million at the box office, by the way. Other popular films featuring the wrestler include Sisters, Daddy's Home, and Bumblebee. His voice talents were featured again when he played the titular character in 2017's Ferdinand. Currently, when he's not treating his wrestling foes to a springboard stunner, he can be seen hosting the Nickelodeon game show Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? When it all adds up, it's a little difficult to justify John's old catchphrase, "You can't see me." We can see him everywhere. It's no wonder he's worth $55 million. Okay, now that the history lesson's out of the way, let's take that look into what our favorite extreme attitude adjuster throws his cash at. First up, John Cena has quite the assortment of wheels in his garage. In fact, it's well known that Cena took the first paycheck he earned with WWE and used it to buy a Jeep Wrangler, which would have run him anywhere between 14 and 20 grand at the time, and he still drives it today. It doesn't end there, though. Among his most beloved vehicles are his not one, but 2 Rolls-Royce Phantoms. Cena himself calls this car, quote, the ultimate display of luxury. Both boasting 12-cylinder 453-horsepower engines, the 2006 version cost him $417,825. The second model, the 2009 Drophead Coupe Edition, has a starting price of $199,000. He also owns 2 Ferrari 599 GTBs, one in red and one in yellow. Each of these babies can go from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 3.7 seconds, have a maximum top speed of 205 miles an hour, and clock in at $273,845. His 2008 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren comes equipped with a supercharged 5.4-liter 620-horsepower V8 engine and has a retail price of close to $500,000 at $495,000. But why stop there? He's also got a 2004 Ferrari 360 Spider, a 2013 Maserati Gran Turismo, a 2006 Lamborghini Murcielago Coupe, a 2005 Aston Martin Vanquish S, 2 Ford GTs, and his famous lime green 2009 Lamborghini Gallardo that he calls the Lamborghini. That's not even to mention his collection of classics, including an '84 Cadillac Coupe de Ville and a 1969 AMC AMX. Add all those together, and Cena has spent roughly another $1,652,196 on cars. Ka-ching! Now let's talk real estate. Cena's got at least 3 homes to boast about, including his childhood home on Coffin Street in West Newbury, Massachusetts. The 3,915 square foot colonial-style home is nestled on a 100,624 square foot lot. Plenty of room for Cena and his 4 brothers to run around in during their formative years. With 5 bedrooms and 3.5 baths, its estimated value is $769,180. Not too bad for the first house he ever lived in, but John Cena's real estate properties just get bigger and more expensive after that. In 2005, while still dating fellow wrestler Nikki Bella, Cena shelled out a whopping $525,000 for his Tampa, Florida mansion. The 3,704 square foot home includes some pretty spectacular amenities, including a grand entryway with a crystal chandelier and an enclosed swimming pool featuring an impressive display of fabulous fountains and even a water slide. Also in the Tampa home is Cena's private boys-only man cave that even his former fiancée was prohibited from entering. What do you think goes on in there? Sound off in the comments. On the other coast in San Diego, California is John's other mansion. Where it is exactly and how much it cost him remains top secret, as he has made it clear that his privacy here is a top priority. We do know it's somewhere in the Mission Hills neighborhood, and that the New England-style home features a wine cellar, a full outdoor kitchen, an outdoor hot tub, and an infinity pool. Fancy! Now, we know John Cena cannot keep up this lavish lifestyle without maintaining his reputation as a big, bad bodybuilder. After all, maintaining a career in professional wrestling requires plenty of focus, determination, weightlifting, and more weightlifting. That's why John invested some of those millions in his very own gym near his Tampa home. He named the place Hard Knocks South. Why? It was a nod to hometown friend David Knox of Massachusetts, who owns the original Hard Knocks gym where Cena would work out when he was still an up-and-comer. Built as a haven for wrestlers who are looking to get some top-notch strength and conditioning into those routines, Cena himself claims that the gym is a place where he can walk in, take the guards off, take the training wheels off, and have fun. So how does John Cena travel around to all these homes and his privately owned gym? Why, private planes and buses, of course. Not only does he own his own personal tour bus, but Cena's contract promises him access to his own private jet to help him travel from city to city and country to country to WWE events. Now, we here at The Richest only report on these luxuries, so we don't quite know how much they cost, and Cena isn't giving away that secret anytime soon. What do you think he spends? Speaking of traveling, in 2018, Cena was doing an awful lot of that to one place in particular. Care to guess? Hollywood? Nope. Italy? Nuh-uh. Would you believe China? That's right, old Fruity Pebbles spent 6 months living in Yinchuan, China, shooting the upcoming film Project Extraction, co-starring Jackie Chan. While he was there, he also made appearances on behalf of the WWE, noting how truly spread out the wrestling audience really is. Before his trip, Cena spent years and dollars learning Mandarin and developed an appreciation for Chinese culture. After being there just 6 weeks, Cena said, quote, "I feel adjusted. Things are still new and fun, and I don't quite understand everything. I think it would probably take a few years, but it's amazing how much more comfortable I became after about a month and a half." For a guy doing all this traveling, you have to ask, where does his family fit in, and how does he spend his money on them? Well, for Cena, it seems that settling down hasn't quite worked out in his favor just yet. As previously mentioned, he did date fellow wrestler Nikki Bella for 5 years. In fact, there was even that one little highly witnessed moment where he proposed to Bella on live television during WrestleMania 33. That 3-carat round-cut sparkler set Cena back a whopping $75,000. The pair called it quits about a year later, but not before Cena announced that he was willing to get a reverse vasectomy for Bella and change his mind about having kids. We don't know if he went through with it, but the initial operation, together with the reversal, would have cost him at least another 6 G's. Just a drop in the bucket for John Cena though, right? Now don't get us wrong, it's very apparent that either way, John Cena still loves kids. How do we know? Well, some of that $55 million has gone towards some rather heartwarming philanthropy work for organizations like Be a Star, Rise Above Cancer, and perhaps most prolifically for Cena, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The WWE has had a strong partnership with Make-A-Wish since 1980, and Cena has been one of their top wish granters for the last several years. In 2015, Cena became the first celebrity to cross the milestone of 500 wishes granted. presenting 8-year-old Queens, New York native Rocco Lancer tickets to that year's WWE SummerSlam. As of November of 2019, Cena is up over 600 Make-A-Wish dreams granted. As the star of the upcoming Fast and Furious 9 told People magazine, quote, "We've all experienced that joy of giving a gift for the holidays where you just nail it. That's the same gift I get in giving back to people's lives, in being able to give them wonderful emotional moments." End quote. That was nice. Well, that's all we've got on how John Cena spends that $55 million net worth. If you loved watching this, then be sure and check out our other videos on how Cena's pals Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson spend their fortunes. Links in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for tuning into The Richest, and we'll see you next time.